Okay.
Friday evening with the Rhotens.
I guess we are live. We're doing it. We're broadcasting. So we'll see how this works out.
What are we doing? What are we doing new tonight?
We got actually all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
We're kind of waiting for people to come in. So last Friday we were in. Is that when we were in Vegas at the woodworking show? I think last Friday. So last Friday we had some issues. We actually had a pretty good signal, but we had some issues with sound because there was so much going on. It was really, really loud. So we have a new microphone. So hopefully this isn't scratchy, but we've got a new microphone that's got a long cord hooked onto the iPad. We're just going to set it on the table and see if that's going to work out, kind of between Dad and I. So,
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us, and
Yeah.
let us know if you can't.
So what will happen with this, being as it's a microphone that's not on the iPad, Vicky's voice will probably sound like it's far away, whereas our voice should be a little bit clearer, where it was the opposite before. So anyway, hopefully it helps. So, okay, hopefully the picture is good. Having the picture and the sound at the same time is not our norm. But that's what we're shooting for. That's what we're hoping for. And the more I move my hands around, I think that makes it worse. So I'll try and not move my hands around. So anyway, we've had a really good week. We just posted a video, day before yesterday, video number 1 on the Crow Creek sign that we made for Jess up at Crow Creek Designs. You guys seem to like that, and if you like that, you'll really like Monday's video and Wednesday's video. We got 2 more videos on that sign. We're doing some really special stuff on it. So, and it's a collaboration with Vicky and I both. So that'll give you kind of a clue to what might be going on Monday's video. Anyway, so
They left me out of it. I got other stuff to do.
yeah. So we originally thought we were going to take that sign and deliver it. We were kind of in a rush to get it done before we went to Alaska. And Jess lives in Wasilla, Alaska, and we were going to take it up there and deliver it, but there was other things going on, so we couldn't hook up with her up there. So then we just shipped it when we got back. But she lives in Wasilla, which I think is about 50 miles from Anchorage. Yeah, it was a little around an hour in Wasilla. So, but it was a beautiful drive. So anyway, but we brought it back and we shipped it out to her, and then she gave us a really nice shout out today actually on Instagram. So
Bull, Rick and Bull.
What?
He said, Vicky, those birds you posted on Instagram, do you guys eat those things? They look delicious, like little tacos. Such a bad. I posted some pictures of these little birds that come to my window every morning.
Yeah.
No, Bull.
We don't eat the birds. Yeah, not those birds.
Those would be more like...
Those would be hors d'oeuvres. Yeah.
All right. Gwenny says, hi, Papa. Hi, Grandpapa.
Hi, Gwenny.
Hi, Gwenny. So,
Do you want to know where folks are coming in from?
sure.
Bull, he's in North Carolina for some reason. I think he said he's in North Carolina. Sue is here. Joyce Ann. Donna Beckenmeyer from South Carolina.
Hi, lady.
I think. Yep, we're live.
Okay.
We lost our connection there.
Sorry, guys. All right.
That's what happens in Golden Valley, Arizona.
Yep. That's
All right.
that's the way of the desert.
Texas, Louisiana, Kentucky, Florida, Missouri, Montana,
Fantastic.
Christmas, Florida, upstate New York,
Yep.
Ohio,
Terrific. Well, I hope you guys are having a great week.
Nebraska.
We got a lot of stuff to cover. The first thing I want to go over is a question I got, which I thought it was a really, really great question for discussion, and I want to. Dad and I have kind of been talking about it. So I got a question from a gentleman actually a day or two ago. that said he's freehand making signs, easy for me to say, and but lately there's a guy that is local that is making CNC signs, and so now they're kind of in competition. And what were my thoughts around that? So I gave him my thoughts. I just discussed it with Dad. So let's discuss it a little bit. What's your thoughts on?
Well, it's just like I've said, for 50 years, competition is good. It forces you to, if you're going to be successful, it forces you to have a good product with good service, and be able to treat your customers the way you'd like to be treated. You can't determine what your competition does. You can only determine what you do. So competition is good. It's like that's the reason they have all of the fast food restaurants in the town. They'll have McDonald's and Burger King and Whataburger, and they'll all be within 6 or 8 blocks of each other. They all do a good business, but the business that gives the best service and the best possible product, they'll be successful. So don't worry about the competition. You be the competition. Let them worry about you.
And that's what I was going to throw in there. That's one thing that Dad taught me way early on is, they're not competition for you. You are their competition. So it really comes down to, in my mind, it comes down to a mindset. If you're really proud of the work that you do and you put out the best possible product.
Give your mic back a little bit. It's too loud.
Oh, really? Wow, that's different.
Turn down your volume, Tessa.
So if you make the best product that you can and you give the best customer service you can, I think it's an advantage to be a freehand sign carver these days, because I think that there's a big population of the people out there that really want to know that it's not absolutely computer perfect, that there might be some little imperfections in that sign. In fact, I've even had people tell me they want me to leave little imperfections to show that it is a handmade product. So I think it's an advantage to be a freehand sign carver, especially if you are in circumference of a CNC sign carver. So I think it's right here. It's a mindset. Just put out the best product you can, and I think that competition actually helps you become more creative. So come up with better ideas, make a better product, and really, I think it's an advantage to harp on the fact that you are a freehand sign carver. You're more of a craftsman, and I'm not putting down CNC machines or CNC signs. I'm not putting that down. We all have our thing. What, man?
I'm just saying, your microphone's right there, so if you're tapping on the table, they're picking that up.
Oh,
loudly.
really? Okay.
So, just so you know.
Yeah. Would you? Well, okay. I'll try and.
I
So
know.
you want me to put my drumsticks away? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Your tater tots.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a great question, and I think it's really something worth discussing. But in my mind, it's just a mindset.
Yeah.
It really is just a frame of mind.
Do what you can do as good as you can do it, and let your competition worry about you. Don't worry about your competition.
Yep.
Carrot 086 says the greatest compliment to get is when your customer thinks you've used a CNC on your carving.
I agree with that. I've had that happen a time or two.
For the last 50 years, even when Eric was up at Oatman, I would go up and visit him, and I would hear people in the crowd. I'd be in the crowd. I'd hear people say, "God, it looks like he's doing that with the machine." So just be as good as you can. And one thing about a CNC machine, he's not going to take that out to a fair, probably. But you can go out, do a street fair, or do a craft show or something like that. So you can do stuff that he can't do with that thousands of dollars that he's got in that machine. you can take $100 router and go do it in the closet, you know, so it's,
Jim Clark wants to know if epoxy is hard on rubber bits.
You know what? I've carved through epoxy, and I got an idea to do another one. Actually, just happened today. But I think it probably is, but I don't think it's any harder than a piece of hardwood. I didn't notice any appreciable difference. You want to keep them clean, you know, like anything else. It'll build up on there, so keep them clean. But you can carve right through epoxy. I did that. I carved that whole sign for Sam Woodell of Sam Ryan Designs.
Yeah,
I did the whole thing through epoxy.
if you're careful, you can hand carve in acrylic if you're careful.
Yeah.
With a carbide bit. You have to be pretty good, but you can go through epoxy.
Donna says she knows that both of you have got your hands crossed the same way. You're sitting, well, not right now, but you both. No, it's just little traits that you guys both do. I see them all the time.
Yeah.
Bull says, tell Dave I said that's a great looking hat.
That is a great looking hat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Bull. And I'm going to quit tapping on the table sooner or later.
Yeah.
Eventually, yes. So that's the question. So when we were in Vegas, we were talking to Chris with Amana Tool, and he offered to you guys, and we talked about this a little bit. I think we did another live that was an update. We talked about the Amana dropship program. So you guys know we carry Amana bits. We're a dealer for Amana. That's all the bits that we have are Amana bits, but I think we only have 6 or 7. But Amana makes like 10,000 different bits. So if you guys have a specific bit that you need,
of bits.
Yeah, it's. I won't even go there. Anyway, so if you guys want an Amana bit, you can go online, amanatool.com, and if they've got a bit that you want, let me know. If you want to buy it through us, you absolutely can, because we're a dealer, and then I will contact Chris, and he will have it drop shipped directly to you. But let me know what the part number is, what the bit is. I can get a price for you, hopefully better than retail price, and you guys can buy it through us, and we can have them drop ship it directly to you. However, that's only domestically. International, that won't work, but domestically it will.
And we don't have a standard freight charge on that. It depends per order. Depending on what you order as to what the freight will be.
Yeah. So, and again, if you guys have questions on it, you know, there's no commitment. If you want a round over or something for your shaper or something like that, a special bit, let me know. I'll find out what the price is. No commitment. It's all, until you get ready to buy. There's no commitment. Just let me know. Anyway, I wanted to go through that, but I wanted to definitely mention domestic only. We can't do international. So we are going to do a giveaway tonight. We are actually going to give away, we have a new set of the airplanes that I carved in that spalted pecan.
These are layout patterns, right?
These are layout patterns. So we have a series of 6 different ones, and they are the same ones that I carved in that spalted pecan, which you guys saw probably a week ago, something like that. So I think they're on the website now. So they're already on the website. They're $3.50 each, or how much for the set?
6 for
$6,
$15.
$15 for the set of 6. So we're giving away a set of 6 tonight. That's what we're going to give away. So based on a trivia question that we'll ask in a while.
I'm not going to ask now, Bull.
Yeah, it's not. What does he keep saying?
First he said tacos, now he says halibut.
Yeah. Anyway, those are not the right answers. So anyway, we'll be giving that away here in a little while. Next. All right, we talked about the microphone. Evidently the sound is working good. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to go off my list here. So another thing, Greg Anderson wrote me an email about 2 weeks ago. Greg's on there? Hey, Greg. So he wrote me an email about 2 weeks ago that said, hey, Eric, do you know about that mark on the shaft of the Amana bits? I did not. So he sent me a picture of it. This is not his picture. This is my picture. But I did not know this. I checked with Chris over at Amana last Friday when we were over there, and there's a mark on the actual bit, and I don't know if that's coming through or not. It's showing up?
I think so.
Oh, cool. So that's like a straight mark with an arrow, and what that is that is a mark that's what they recommend, that you put that shaft into your collet to that mark, at least to that mark. Which,
And I've never known that all these years.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
and that is I've never seen that on any other bits. I don't know if that's exclusive to Amana. I certainly have never seen that on any other bits that we've ever used or sold. But that's pretty cool. So that is a
Good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea, because I get that question a lot. How far do you put that bit in? Well, now all of the Amana bits have that on there, including the 45-degree chamfer bit. It's on there too. So thank you, Greg, for bringing that to my attention, because I did not know that. And I double checked, and that with Chris over at Amana Tool, and that's exactly what that is for. So that is that. Questions?
Jason is here from Dublin.
Jason? Ah,
Jason
Mc,
McGarrell?
yeah, I think I've talked to Jason before. All right, so moving on. The next one is the template of the month for August. Is this on the website too? So this is really cool.
This one was given to me by Tessa.
Oh. So this is actually 3 pieces in one. These are dropouts. So you can use this as a stencil, or you could use the little kitty cat and the puppy as individuals. So it's 3 in 1. So this is the template of the month for the month of August. Right? August, yeah. This is July. I'm getting mixed up. So all you premium members have this coming to you.
When you place an order.
When you place an order, when you send in your router bits, you know the deal. You'll get this. And then they're on the website now if you want to buy them, $3.50. So it's kind of cool, 3 in 1. I like it. Now if you want to see what it looks like carved, as well as one of the jets, I actually carved it. So there is... there's the stencil carved inset. Here's the stencil, one of them carved outset. This I left on there because I messed it up. We were trying to film it a little bit, and I got confused, and I started carving it inset. It was supposed to be outset. So I thought you guys might get a kick out of seeing a mistake. Anyway, so I left it on there. And here's the same jet that is carved inset and outset. I tend to like the silhouettes, the inset, a little bit better. But this does allow you, if you want to color those, it's a lot easier to color them if they're outset, if that's what you want to do.
Hi, Susie.
Susie from Susie McCoy. Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was Susie from Alaska.
Bull says, I love the mistake. It's classic.
It's classic, yeah. Anyway, so that is... that's what those look like carved. So I really like the dog and the kitty cat.
Yeah, that was something that Tessa had a client. It was a logo. I kind of took out some stuff off the logo.
Oh, that's right. I remember
It was a
that.
logo.
For a veterinary
I'm not
place
sure.
or
Somebody, she was,
Yeah.
I don't know. Tessa, was it a vet? But, so she sent me the artwork, and then I made that for her.
yeah. No, that came out great. So, so that is that's the template of the month for August. So it's on the website now. Vicky's doing her magic over there. So I guess we can do the giveaway.
Ooh.
Are you guys ready for the giveaway? So it is a trivia question. So tell me, you tell me when to go.
First, let's see this. We've got people from Denography, first time in. Stop it.
Correct.
Jacene's here.
JC.
Pizza Warlord.
Pizza Warlord?
Rats came late. I don't know
All
what
right.
that means. Jimmy Jones, yes, this is a live feed.
Yes, we are.
Bob Davis, let's see, we got people from all over. There's a bunch of them.
Wow.
You've got questions, so let's go do that.
Okay, do you want to do the giveaway then go into
Giveaway.
Q&A? All right,
Yeah, okay.
perfect. Okay, so, trivia question.
First, go over the ground.
So the first one that Vicky sees, and there may be, for whatever reason, if somebody answers first and Vicky doesn't see it, that doesn't work. It has to be the first one.
I'll bet you Bill says halibut.
He did 14 times,
He's
yeah.
already said that. So, earlier in the broadcast tonight, about 20 minutes ago, Vicky and I went to a town in Alaska to deliver a sign, but we couldn't deliver it. Where is Jess from Crow Creek Designs? What town in Alaska does she live in? Give us the town and the state.
Oh, Tessa said that was a sign for a no-kill shelter.
Oh, that's what that
Bull
sign.
said crap.
Oh. Crap, Alaska. Wrong.
Um,
It's not Crap, Alaska. So where did we...
Nope, nope. Not Jasper, not Fairbanks.
You got to go back and watch. Wow. Okay.
Leon Martin, Wasilla.
Wasilla.
Leon Martin is the winner.
So I did not screw this one up like normal. Great job, Leon. You're listening. Good man. All right. So, Leon.
So Leon, send me an email with your address. Hopefully, if I don't have it.
Yeah. Oh, and we didn't mention, I did screw up. We didn't mention domestic only. But Leon, hopefully you're...
Well, Alaska is part of the U.S.
Yeah. You're right. It is.
Bull, Grandma's menu is set down.
What?
Yes, Bull wants to know where Grandma's menu is.
Oh, it's right here. There it is right there. Is that what you want to
I gotta
see?
put something on it. Yeah, put it away.
What's on it?
Tacos. Or did you write that? Tacos $1, roadkill stew. Bull!
Bull, you owe me $5. Bull asked me 2 weeks ago to write tacos on there. We've been talking about it. And then you came in and you set it down. You never even looked at it. And until right now, you didn't even look at it. So you pulled it off, Bull.
You're such a dork.
Bull asked me 2 weeks ago to write tacos on there to see if Vicky would see if she would see it. But
Bull said, I gotta send this guy
we
$5.
were.
It's funny, I was going to write steel cut oatmeal, and I just never did.
Anyway, all right, Bull, you got your thrill there. So, let's go into Q&A. If we've got questions,
We do.
let's do it.
All right, I gotta go way up.
That's my favorite part.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, Bull's been waiting for 2 weeks for that.
Tessa says it's hard to hear me. That's all right, Tessa. You don't need to hear me. Saudi Daisy, after many signs, still had problems with depth and overspray. I lose my letters or figures. That's Stephen Coyne.
Depth or overspray. So I'm not sure if there's a question in there. Make sure you're going deep enough, Stephen. If you're sanding too much, then you're going to lose that detail.
And don't overspray. Just a light spray. You just don't need to get.
Go back and watch that experiment video.
Just don't spray too heavy.
This guy Jimmy Jones has asked several times the same question. Can you guys show a video on the best way to sharpen your bits?
You know, we have several videos.
Yeah, I've made a couple
There's,
of them.
you know what? I can send you links, but I know number 8, which was way back. That's like 10 years ago. Number 8 is and unfortunately the video quality is not very good, but it really gives you an idea. And there's 2 or 3 other videos as well. We plan on doing another one very soon, but we haven't done it yet. But send me an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and I'll send you links to videos where we do show that.
Yeah, and sharpening router bits is not difficult. but it does take a little practice to get good at it. You need to know a little bit about tool geometry, but it's fairly simple, but it does take a little practice.
Greg Brimmer says, what would you recommend for me to use in making signs? The Lowe's in Western Kentucky will not carry cedar fence pickets.
Okay, so Greg, that's a question I get a lot. It really depends on what you have available to you. You have to kind of open your mind and open your eyes and see what you have. I know people have used stair treads, which is something I haven't tried, but I thought, well, that's pretty thick material and it's laminated. They have that panel board. So it really depends. I can get redwood decking out here, but you guys might have cedar decking. It really depends on what you have. Just try everything that you can that is reasonably priced and test it out.
Yeah.
That's how I found the fencing. That's how I found the cedar fencing. Nobody was making signs out of the cedar fencing till I tried it, because I was just walking through there and I had been buying expensive redwood, like 1x6 clear heart redwood, and it was $20 a board. And I was walking through there and I saw the cedar fencing and I just decided, hey, it's $2-3, so just try it. So
Joyce Van Pelt says, I'd like to see a video on routing portraits, which you don't do. So.
you know what? I that's something that I've been meaning to, but I just haven't done it yet. But I would encourage everybody to try that. With the advent of rapid resizer, that you can put a photograph, you can upload a photograph and convert it in, and there's other things too. You convert it into a line drawing. The cool thing about doing portraits is that is artwork, so it's really subjective. It's not like it has to be absolutely perfect. Like if you're doing letters, if you're not right on the line, it still looks great when you're done. So I would encourage you guys to do it. It's something that I've been meaning to, but I haven't done it yet. It's on my list.
Stephen Frum says, when going to a fair, how many bits do you take with you? How many of each bit?
If you're carving on site, I would have at least 3 of each sharp, ready to go, because you just don't know. You might drop one if you have to change bits. If you've only got a single router and you got to change bits, you might hit it accidentally with the wrench, which I've done out on site because you get in a hurry or whatever. I have a minimum of 3 bits of each when I'm out on site. What's your thoughts?
3 minimum.
Yeah. If possible, even if you've got to go with cheaper routers, if you've got multiple routers, you're better off. You're going to save so much time not having to switch router bits.
Charlie Wooster wants to know, real quick question, what's the best bit to use carving backwards in acrylic?
How would you carve backward?
Carving from the back side, maybe. Whether you're carving from the back side or not, it really depends on the detail, Charlie. If I can get away with the 90, I'll use that because there's more room there. There's more flute. But it really depends. If it's big image, I'll use the 60 or the 90 because those have a lot of room for the acrylic. But if it's small detail, you got to go the profile.
Bull asked, I guess he says the witch,
Tabitha
is getting into some resin, wants to do some jewelry pouring, and asks about molds. I don't know much about molds, but you can go on Amazon. They have a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
There's a company called Smooth On that makes all kinds of mold material. The rubber for rubber molds, for molding acrylic or even metal. So do a Google search for Smooth On, SMOOTH-ON, and you'll find everything you need to know for making molds.
All right. Also, he says she really is liking the whole idea of tabletops too, but just don't want to have to do all the welding. She can build her own legs. Tell her to go to Shanty to Sheet website. They've got all kinds of plans. So.
Or you know what? Vicki just bought a cheap table at Walmart yesterday for what was it? $15?
$14.99.
And that's really a apropos question
Or
because
go to a thrift store, you get tables, take off the tops,
that's
redo the
right.
legs.
We used to go to the flea market and find the flea market, or or maybe even on Facebook Marketplace, find some junk tables that look like crap, but they've got a pretty decent base that you can refurbish and then put your own top on it. A lot of different ways to go there. You don't necessarily have to build them. You might find something out there cheap that somebody's given away that is a pretty nice little base and put your own top on it. Vicky just poured a resin round a couple hours ago, and looks phenomenal. That she just bought a little $15 table. She's going to put her own top on it. You guys will see it.
Yeah, and be especially do searches for estate sales where they're getting rid of a whole house full of stuff because unfortunately somebody passed away. But you can get really, really nice stuff there that you can use. Take the top off and use the legs on the table.
Yard sales is a great place.
Craigslist is another place.
Natalie Baker says, have you ever used cypress?
Cypress. I have carved cypress. I did a video where I carved cypress. I can't remember a lot about it, honestly, because I've done so many. But if you go to our channel search and just type in cypress, you'll find the video that where I did carve it. I think it was okay. I think
You have to be careful.
I know what he's going to say.
Cypress is a lot like Philippine mahogany. It kind of grows in swampy forests, and it will, in fact, suck sand up into the wood. So when you're carving, literally it'll throw sparks because of the sand in the wood. So, but it'll carve.
I think
it's hard to carve, but it will carve.
David Pontius? He says, what's your choice of bits for 1 and 1.5 inch letters? I've tried replicating your style by lifting the router to not go too wide on the letters, but still need a lot of practice.
Okay, based on your question, David, it sounds like you're carving them inset. So for 1 inch, did you say 1 inch and inch and a half?
Inch and a half.
Yeah, honestly, I use either a 60, but I think for you, David, until you get used to using the 60, I would go with a profile bit. I would. That's my dad's favorite bit for carving inset
For
letters.
1 inch letters, yeah. For inch and a half, I'd probably go with 60 or 90, either one.
But when you're
set your depth so that it's carving the exact width of the stroke of the letter, you won't have any problems.
Bull says he wishes I would post more photos of my tables.
that's what I just told you an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yep, she needs to post more.
Lenny Rosa says, how do you know what bits to use for certain works? I get so confused and end up making a mess of the job trying to do fine cuts of outlines of buildings. People love pictures of their houses here.
Okay.
He's in Ireland.
Okay,
So John Bailey from Ontario, Canada.
So to be very honest with you, if I always answer questions in the context of the bits that I have. You're in Ireland. I don't know if you have our bits. We can ship internationally. So I'm going to answer this question based on our bits. If you're carving detail, I would always pick the profile bit first. If you can get by with something wider than that, like the 60 or the 90, then that's fine. But chances are, the way you're framing that question, it sounds more like the profile bit would be probably the one that I would go to. Now, if you don't have availability, if you don't have our bits, I would go with one that is, number one, at least 2 flutes. Don't go with something that's single flute because it's just going to be tougher to carve. If you go deep, it could break on you. And I like a V-groove bit. That's my favorite, rather than a straight bit. But there's a lot of people out there that carve with straight bits. But I like a V-groove bit if possible, and a narrow V-groove bit, a veining bit.
If you've got really, really fine detail, and you can't get it with the profile in that carving liner, but that's a single flute, so you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
I
Good.
probably missed.
If there's any more,
What's the latest on the seminar in September?
Okay.
The latest bull is your name wasn't drawn.
Ooh, she was laughing when she said that.
That's cold.
That is
that's
cold.
funny.
Bull. I wish you'd have seen her face when she was saying that. It's on.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're definitely doing it.
You guys come to Vegas or come this way, you can stop by anytime.
Yeah, you don't
We
have.
have people stop by all the time.
We had Johnny Oliver stop by a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So come on by.
Vicky's victims.
Yeah, Bull's one of them.
Yeah, he is. He's my number one victim.
So yeah, the seminar's still going on. Any other questions? I got one more little thing that I want to say at the end as we're wrapping up. But if you have more questions, now's the time, guys. Bring them. And if you think about them afterwards, or if you're watching this not live, email me. Oh, what?
I'm down.
Oh, email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. And I am answering more stuff on Facebook now.
Yeah.
I'm posting more on Facebook, trying to post more on Instagram.
John Bradley says, do you like your magnifying glasses?
I love my magnifiers. Yeah, these are just my regular glasses, but my magnifiers, absolutely. Carson Optical, that's where I got them. I love them. I can't really carve without them. So, yeah, and that's something that I was talking to Johnny Oliver when he was here the other day. Light and vision are, if you don't have the best situation for your light and your vision, when you do, you're going to be amazed.
All right. So we have Audie Dobbins here from.
Hi, Audie.
I think, where are you from? My name is Buzz, and he says, say hello to me. So say hi to Buzz.
Hi, Buzz. Hi, Buzz. Where you at, Buzz?
I think he told me somewhere up there,
Ah.
but I don't remember. I'd have to scroll.
Thanks for stopping by, Buzz. If you have any questions, let us know. If you can do it on here, great. If not, email me.
He's from Gaffney, South Carolina.
Gaffney, South Carolina. All right. Terrific.
Bull says, say halibut.
All right. So if we're done with the questions, just one more little thing. I got a phone call the other day from one of our guys, one of our makers out there, Dennis Cook. He's having some really tough times. I won't go into details, but if you guys could pray for the Dennis Cook family, those of you that do, if you could say some prayers out there for Dennis Cook and his family, that would be really greatly appreciated. He would appreciate it. We would appreciate it. He's going through some really tough times and can use some good thoughts and some prayers. So, Dennis, we're praying for you, my friend.
Okay. Susan said, please answer question about what size chain to buy for signs.
What size
I
chain?
missed that, Susan.
Is that Sue Alexander?
I think so. Susan Woodcarver.
Yeah, that's Sue Alexander. What size chain?
Just Sue, go to Lowe's and just buy the small chains.
It
I
really,
know the
Depends on
size.
the size of the sign.
it really does. It depends on how much weight. But honestly, if it's even a 12 by 24, a light chain is gonna.
Bull says he uses 1 inch aluminum chain.
1 inch aluminum chain. Any light chain is gonna work just fine, Sue. Don't get caught up on that. Just a light chain, you'll be able to hold way more than just a small
So when
sign.
you buy it at Lowe's, do you buy it? It's on a roll. You can buy.
You can buy the foot,
Buy the phone or buy the roll. Tractor Supply also has a pretty nice selection of chains.
Yeah, and probably you can buy some links in packages as well. Links of chain, but it's going to be cheaper if you buy it by the foot.
You can also get those little mini carabiners if you don't want to use chains. Just a little mini carabiner, as long as you have a screw eye in both of your signs, or where you're hanging your sign from.
Yeah.
You can hang it with a little mini carabiner, which is kind of neat.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That is it. So next video Monday is number 2 on the Crow Creek. You guys are definitely going to want to see that. It's something totally different. And then number 3 is on Wednesday. And then we got another project lined up right behind it. We're going to have a big sign carvers of the day coming up on a upcoming Monday, probably a week from Monday. I've got them kind of all scheduled out. We haven't filmed them yet. And then we've got a really cool project that I'm going to start carving on it tomorrow. You guys will see that sometime in the next week or 2 as well.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, give us some likes and shares. We love you guys. On Instagram every day, Make a Wood Sign. Soon coming to Pinterest. If you guys like Pinterest, let me know, by the way. I've heard that there's a lot of people that go on and watch how-to videos on Pinterest that won't even go on YouTube and watch them, but they'll go to Pinterest and watch. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, we're learning. We're going to get some videos on there very soon. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. We love you, and we'll see you out there on the net somewhere. We'll see you on Monday.
I'll probably see you next week.
Bye, guys.